Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I am super excited to be able to come online and be live this morning and share with you a simple online business helping working dads escape the 9 to 5. So I don't know if you're like me. I'm a dad of 6 kids, and my wife and I have been married 27 years this Thursday. Super excited. It's our anniversary. And I've wanted to be a stay-at-home dad forever. But different things I've tried haven't worked, and either taken way too much time away from my family, or the things I looked at doing was too big of a risk. So I'm going to share with you my journey and what I've experienced and what I found and what's working for me right now that has put me on a path to being able to get out of my job. So if you're in that boat and you want to do the same thing, you're tired of trying to figure out how to make ends meet. You're tired of being stuck, never being able to get out of debt, tired of not being able to take that vacation that you want, tired of being tied to your computer and a job and having to ask for permission to have a vacation, then this live is for you guys. And so I'm excited to share that with you. So I'm over here on YouTube as well. You guys on YouTube, if you guys are joining in, if you can, just put in the comments that you are watching the replay, if you're watching the replay. And those of you coming in live, drop where you're from. I want to hear where you're from. And in the replay, put where you're from too. Over here on TikTok, you guys, thank you so much for dropping in. We've got a ton of people. Let's see. Q Sweet, Travis, Chris, Patty, Ike, Wilbur, Roger Jones, Daniel, Perez, Question Everything, Goddess, Rhino, Ray, Eric, Lavana, Salina, user 7065, EST, Rohula. Let's see if I get the right one. Don't get it. Greg T, Voice, Mark, Wishy. Anyways, we got a bunch of people here. I'm going to say, so we got Andy, Eddie, Chasing, Blackie, Brian, user 151850. Thank you, Brian, Saturn Angel, 2Help28, Frederick. Thank you guys for joining here. As you guys are dropping in, go ahead and put in the comments where you guys are coming from. I love to hear where you're coming from. I'm from Utah, just north of Salt Lake City, about 40 minutes. And we are sitting at, I always like to tell the New York, Hampshire. Awesome. Thank you. What is it? So it's probably about 8:23 there. Very good. Are you working today? 77070. Gabe, Ray, thank you for joining, you guys. Anybody else? Where are you from? We're sitting at 32 degrees here this morning. Yep. Awesome. Very good. And it's been an interesting winter for us. I've been enjoying the light winter, but we're worried about the water. Anyways, no more BS. Awesome. Thank you for following me, my friend. I appreciate that. All right, well, let's dive into this, guys, because you guys may be sitting here watching at work, or you're getting ready for work and you don't have a ton of time. So let's dive into what I found. So my experience is, when I started my career 22 years ago, started in the software engineering space as a test engineer, quality engineer in the software space. I thought that if I just worked hard, climbed the corporate ladder, worked my guts out, super loyal, that I was going to be able to get out of debt, have a nice home, not have any debt, have a nice car, be able to have the time and money to be with my family. But what I quickly found out is a job consumes most of your day, most of your time. 406 Clothing Plug, thank you for the follow, my friend. And I wanted to do something different when I found that out. When I saw the leaders of the company I was working for working tons of hours, not spend time with their family, because that's what I wanted to do, I thought, man, I don't want to do that. However, I also didn't know any other way to make money and make more money. And so I, just like all of us, we're taught one way to make money, and that is go to school, get a job, and then go work for a company the rest of your life. You guys put one in the comments if you were taught that. And that was you starting out in your career. I want to hear if you guys had the same experience I did. And if you guys are coming in new, drop in where you're from. Yes, little one, thank you. Drop in where you're from. It's interesting to note that you can just look around and you can see you worked 18 years of law office. Then I got fired. Sadly, yeah, that's crazy. No more BS. Montana, awesome. Not far from here. So we got New York in the house. We got Montana in the house. We got Utah in the house. Very good. Yeah, right. I worked for this company that I started my career out. Mizu, thank you for the follow. California in the house. Awesome. California as well. Very good. Texas. Very good. Very good. Thank you, you guys. All places, great places of this great country. Orlando. Awesome. Love Orlando, Florida. You got Florida in the house. Thank you, you guys, for dropping that. But what was I saying? Oh, so when I started my career, I thought I could just do that. I was going to climb the ladder. That was the only way I knew how to make money. And that's what I was saying. Most Americans today, guys, need 2 jobs to even survive, or maybe even 3, because maybe your spouse is working too. Well, that is frustrating because we want to have families. We want to have kids, right? Maybe we want, but we also maybe some of us have kids already. I've got 6 kids, ranging ages 11 up to 22. And Muna, I didn't say that right. Muna, thank you for the follow, my friend. And our jobs take us away from our kids. And I don't know if you guys are like me, where I would just get frustrated sometimes because I have this obligation to my job. We go to work for our kids, right? Yeah, 6 kids. I know it's never a dull moment at my house. And my 3 older ones so I have twins that are 20, will be 21 this month actually, and then my 22-year-old, they're still at home, which is great. One's working, actually 2 working, one's working on getting healthy, and we love it. It's good. 5 girls, 1 boy, so it's crazy at my house. Anyways, we love it. I hated, we go to work for our families. We go to work because we want a better life. But when that work doesn't fulfill that, we get very frustrated. And that's where I was. I was super frustrated because I felt stuck. I was working for a company. I worked for them for 18 years, and then they just let me go. Just like, I think, was that you, little one, that said you worked in a law office? Yeah, 18 years, and then they let you go, right? It's frustrating. Chad Williams, thank you for the follow. Yep. Yeah, it's super frustrating because you probably, like me, you sacrificed your time for that company, sacrificed your family, sacrificed your energy to be able to build that company and bring so much money into that company too. Yes, they paid you a salary so you could live, but it was like me. I felt like, 100%. I felt like it was just enough to survive. We got a bonus like every 6 months. And when you get hired on there, they actually take off your top of your salary 10%, and that becomes your bonus. It's not a bonus. It's actually your compensation. I felt like they were golden handcuffs because you wanted to work that 6 months so you could get that extra income. And we worked towards it. Hey, wild Liam, we worked, and that bonus was, it would help take care of some expenses that we had to hold on to because I had to wait to be able to do because of that. It was super frustrating. And I didn't like the way they structured that. Anyways, I know that was detailed, but it's crazy that they'll drop you like that. In fact, I just got done working for a consulting firm. I worked for them for 3 years. I worked from home, consulting here at home, which was awesome. People look at me and go, Matt, you had the ideal job. Yeah, but I was still living paycheck to paycheck, still stuck to my computer every day. I couldn't just go out and be with my kids when they're home, especially in the summer. I had to sit and work 8+ hours a day. And my contract ended. They just said, well, we don't have any work for you. Goodbye. Not really even any real thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. We're sorry we haven't been able to get you more work. And that's where it was frustrating to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm done working for somebody else. And that was 3 weeks ago that they just let me go too. Okay. And super frustrating. So if you guys are others are with me, if you're with me, put me in the comments. So I had already been building this, and I knew this was my end goal, is to have a business of my own, something I could own. But it was I tried different things, and I couldn't make it work because it took more time than I had, because I had to work to continue to put food on the table. Because when you're starting a business, let's be real, any business, okay, whether it be online, whether it be a franchise, whether it be a real, a real, whether it be a like a brick and mortar or a traditional business, it takes time, right? How many people have wanted to start a business, but time and money has stopped you? Put me in the comments. Oh, that's funny. I did that and I got balloons over here on my YouTube. That's hilarious. Titanium, thank you for the follow, my friend. How many people have looked at doing that, but time and money has stopped you guys? Put me in the comments. I want to hear if there's people that have done that, tried to do that. Trey Gray, thank you. Or maybe it was an idea, or you didn't have any idea. You didn't know how to. Me, awesome, Brian, thank you. Or you didn't know what product to sell. You didn't have anything that you could sell. Okay. That was me. That was why I jumped into doing network marketing, is because one, they had a product. Two, there was a system I could get into, that I could plug into, right, and use. Yes, I created an e-commerce arbitration system and tried to drop ship on eBay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we've tried different things, right? I haven't tried drop shipping. I didn't want to deal with inventory. I didn't want to do, drop shipping. I don't remember if that requires inventory, but I didn't have space for inventory. I didn't want to take more time away from my family. And so I'm an automation engineer by trade, meaning in my software engineering, I would create automated tests to do testing for me. Light in the dark, thank you for the follow. And I thought, man, if I could just use technology and set up a system that was automated, that worked for me 24/7, that would be ideal, and that would be golden. Little did I know my network marketing journey would lead me to that system. And because I hated bugging friends and family, I'm not trying to bash network marketing. I use their products all the time, every day, in fact. They have great products. But the downside to me was I hated bugging my friends and family. I was being taught how to do it the old school way, meaning you make phone calls. Thank you for liking the live, you guys. I really appreciate that. And if you guys wouldn't mind just tapping that screen like crazy, getting the likes up, I would appreciate that. That would really help push this out. And I really would be appreciative of that. And I hated bugging my friends and family. I hated making phone calls, going and getting in the front rooms of people. I didn't mind. I enjoyed working with people and talking to people. I just hated making those phone calls or DMing in Facebook and constantly doing that. When I ran out of my names list, I went contacting in the malls here a couple times a week, 2-3 times a week sometimes. I did that. I only did that for like a month or two, and I'm like, this is dumb. I'm wasting my time. Because I'd be lucky if I found one person. And I'm an introvert, and it's really hard to get out of my comfort zone and be able to talk to strangers, talk to people, right? I like to be more reserved. But when I'm talking about something I'm passionate about, I'm not. I'm happy to talk. I enjoy talking. I enjoy interacting with people. But I was just taking more time away from my family, and I lost time with my kids. And I thought, there's got to be a better way. And that's when I went online and I Googled, sorry, I got to turn down the heat on my little heater down here in my basement office. I Googled how to find customers online. And that led me on this journey to where I am now, finding this simple online business. When I tried initially, I thought, man, I just need to put my network marketing company online to find people. User 3347 and Nikki, thank you for the follow, you guys. I really appreciate that. And so I started in this program that I literally spent 30 times more than I've spent on this one, on this that's actually working for me. It has way more value. And I had to do everything. I had to do the website. I had to do the copy. I had to make sure my product was going to sell. I had to do the digital marketing. Okay. And I had to build that community and find that. I mean, and the mentorship that I got in the program was, I was lucky, I got one meeting a month, and all that was is, what's your plan? Here's what you're doing next month. Okay, great. Go do it. I didn't get really any real direction. And that was frustrating to me, because if you're starting new business, you don't know what you're doing and you're learning a new skill, you got to have mentorship, right? Why do we go to school? We go to school to learn that skill from somebody who has that skill or has learned that skill, and they're teaching that skill, right? And so if you don't know that skill, you got to find somebody who does. And so that was not working for me. And then one day I was on TikTok here watching a live, just like you guys are. And this fellow started talking about this. He started drawing out the system. Okay. He started drawing this out on this website. And I'm a techie guy. I test websites, and I looked at this and I thought, that's all this is? Okay. It's super simple. And it doesn't have to be complicated. And I thought, okay. And he started talking about automation. Okay. It's automated. Well, that's music to my ears, because that's exactly what I wanted, right? Works for you 24/7. And so you don't have to be there present 100% of the time in order to make money. How many people would love to have a system, a business system that's automated, that works for you 24/7, that you put a little time in each day and it brought money in, and you were not having to be there present? You guys that are here with me, put me in the comments if that's what you want and are looking for and wanted. Sean Flynn, thank you for the follow, my friend. I appreciate that. How many people have wanted that? That was like ideal for me, because I thought, man, one land, thank you. I don't want to spend more time away from my family. I tried the side hustles. I went and did Instacart, went shopping for people, and I'd get done with that and I'd see how much I would make. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Right on. Keep spreading the hope. Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Yes. That's exactly right. This gave me hope, because I thought, I got really discouraged because of my network marketing company. I'm like, in order to make this work, I have to spend this and treat this more like a full-time job. And I can't work 2 full-time jobs in a day. That's just impossible for me. 2 8-hour jobs. I would never see my family. I would hardly sleep, and I wouldn't be able to get anything done and take care of my family at home. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. So I was super discouraged. I don't know if you guys have felt this way. If you guys have felt that way, put one in the comments, because I was downright discouraged, because I'm like, how in the heck am I supposed to get ahead? How can I pay off my debt? And when your wife comes to you and she says, we need to go on a vacation this year, and you're like, you know what? I really want to go on a vacation, hon, but I was sick and I have very little vacation because I've used it all on sick time or going to the doctors or taking care of the kids, doing whatever. And now I only have a couple days of vacation, which I think is ridiculous that they make your PTO, your sick time, and your vacation time. That's the dumbest thing that ever happened in corporate America. So dumb. And working salary, you work as many hours as you need to, but they only pay you so much. That's dumb too. Okay. Anyways, don't get me started on some of that. Who's with me on this stuff, you guys? Put yes in the comments, or me. Shout it out with me. I was just tired of it. And I hated telling my wife no and feeling so stuck that I couldn't even go on a vacation because I have such limited time. And if I told them, said, I'm taking this time anyways, that's a bad mark in corporate America. You're looked at as a bad person, as a terrible worker. Sparkster, thank you for the follow. How many people experienced or feel stuck like that, you guys? I want to hear if you guys are feeling like that too. And so when I saw this, I'm like, okay, if it's that simple, it's a simple website with the emails, and I don't have to be there, and it's automated 24/7. Okay, you've got my attention. Ennis and Skokan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And thank you for liking the live, you guys. That is awesome. I really appreciate that. And the other thing that when I was doing my network marketing company, you guys, I made $12.50 per sell. Okay. And if I wanted to make six figures, I had to sell that product 8,000 times. That's a lot of work, especially when you don't like selling. Okay. That's a lot of work. And a lot of work when you're having to make the physical phone calls, having to get in front of people physically, talking to people, contacting in the malls. I'm like, that's ridiculous. When I saw this, I didn't look at it that way when I was doing network marketing, when I was doing it. But when I saw my mentor, Michelle O'Neill, she was doing network marketing, and that led her to digital marketing too, because she was making about $7,000 a month. She worked her tail off, and they had a call with the company. And in there, they thought they were getting a cool announcement to help increase their income. The announcement was, we're changing the comp plan, and she lost $4,000 just like that. She lost her team and she lost her income because that's what she was using to survive, because she has 6 kids too and was home with her kids, wanted to be home with her kids and grandkids, and that's the way she did it. And she said, that's ridiculous. I'm only a contractor. And that's the way I felt too, is I felt like I was a contractor when I was doing this. I had no control over anything. So I wanted ownership. And I'm going to put here under the offer because you do get ownership. I wanted to be automated. I wanted to work 24/7. And I wanted to do this in 2 to 3 hours a day. Because when I replace my income with this, and I'm only having to do 2 to 4 hours a day in my business and have the rest of the day mine, and being able to do it anywhere I want, that is just the ideal situation, right? And so here's the offer, guys. This is the simple online business. You get the website. It's when it comes down to it, you guys, all it is training. But it's an interactive training. It's not your typical, okay, here's your e-course. Here's your e-learning training course. You get access to it your whole life, but then it's stagnant. It gets out of date, and you don't know where to start because there's so much. You don't know exactly how to implement it. You don't have somebody helping you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an actual interactive course that's going to teach you the skill of digital marketing. Okay, digital marketing. And when I was trying to put my network marketing company online, again, like I said, I was trying to do everything and learn this new skill, but I didn't know. Awesome, my friend. Chico Robinson. Awesome. Thank you for the follow. You want in? Awesome. Let's do it. So if you guys, this is all based off of this blueprint. This simple online business is built off this blueprint. Okay. And this blueprint has created over 126 six-figure income earners in the US. Hundreds, if not thousands, are making money with this. You've got 27 people in South Africa, Rand money, are self-made millionaires following this program and following this blueprint. And then you've got 4 in Canada that are six-figure earners too. It works. When I found that out, I'm like, okay, I know this thing works. Now, what I love about it, like I say, I'm in digital marketing. I'm learning this skill. I was trying to do everything, and I didn't know where I was messing up, not getting results. And I really didn't have a mentor to really tell me the different parts of it that understood my business. So I plugged in, I saw this one offer and one system, and now I can just focus on digital marketing and learn that skill because I know that it works. If it's generated that many people and help dads get out of their job, escape that, and moms be stay-at-home moms. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you can do that too. Okay. Then I thought, man, that's exactly what I need because I just need to focus on this. Because if you learn this skill, guys, this is a 6-figure skill. You learn this, you'll never have to learn another skill the rest of your life. I take that back. You have to continue to learn in order to be relevant. However, you can market anything. That's where the future is. That's where digital marketing is. So if you guys want that blueprint, I see some of you guys have already submitted the form. You can click on this little orange icon. It's TikTok Service Plus, and I will personally email you. You'll fill out the form. I will personally email you to the email you put in and tell you how to get access to the blueprint and tell you how to get access to my community because I am building a community as well that supports dads and moms building this so they can escape their 9-to-5 so they can be stay-at-home dads and moms. And because I am creating this movement to help dads and moms get out of their job because I believe we need to be home with our kids and we need to raise our kids. Bushman, thank you for the follow. So if you guys want that, go to the link in my bio, or you can go here or link in my bio, the form down here, or you can go here. It's the link in my bio too, but best thing is link in the bio and the form here because TikTok likes it when you use the TikTok platform. So anyways, that's how you get it. Okay. When I saw this, it changed everything for me. So let me share with you guys the offer and how powerful this is. This is the other thing that really got me excited is with this offer. Let's see, I'm going to do this in red here. You also, what you get is master resale rights to this whole interactive program. And it's a business in a box because you get a website, you get a resell, you don't have to create it. That was huge for me because I didn't want to have to create a product because I didn't have time to do it and then try to figure out if it's going to sell or not. Well, this is already selling because people are looking for a way to get out of their job, looking for a way to make money on the side, right? And so when I saw this, you get master resale rights and you make 100% profit. I'm like, I'm in. I knew I was only making 25% here. And I thought, man, if I make 100% profit, I know that I'm going to be able to make more money. Okay, who's with me on that? That's what you want. So how many people, let me ask you guys a question. How many people here know what master resale rights are? Put me in the comments if you know, or put no in the comments if you don't know what master resale rights are. Devin, thank you for joining. One Land, thank you for liking the live. I really appreciate that. Mew, kinda. Okay. Me, you know what master resale rights are? Awesome. Very good. Anybody doesn't know what master resale rights are? Where do I find the contact form? Bushman, it's should be down in the bottom left-hand corner of your phone if you're on the phone. Clayton, thank you for joining, you guys. Lots of people jumping in. It's a little orange icon, looks like a little chat icon with an arrow. Do you see that? And you should just be able to tap on it, and then it will take you to the form that I created, and then you can submit it. Let me know if you can't find that, Bushman, because I'm happy to. We'll see if we can figure this out. There should be. Everybody see that orange icon down there? Bottom left? You guys can let me know. Awesome. If you guys submit that form too, you'll be presented, you'll be able to go and get access to my community as well, my free community. Donald Albright, if you're here, awesome. I see your request. Thank you so much. Okay, in my community, let me just put a little plug in this so you guys understand my community. Okay, it's supporting moms and dads, like I said, to get out of their jobs. And in that, it's called the 4 keys to wealth. And I believe you need to grow in those 4 areas and have those 4 areas to live a fulfilled, wealthy life, not just money, but in time, in relationships, and in purpose with God. So faith is key number 1. Leadership is key number 2. Financial fitness is key number 3. And then leverage, meaning leveraging business systems, is key number 4. And all 4 of those work together. This right now, what I'm talking about, is leveraging a business system to bring income in. The financial fitness helps you keep more of the money. And then the leadership helps you become a different person, because if you don't grow and become a different person, you're just going to repeat 2025 and 2026. You got to make some changes. You've got to grow. And that leadership training does. And then the first, faith, you got to have a good foundation in Christ and in God to have, in my opinion, a very fulfilled life and have a full purpose. Okay. So let's jump back to, so Donald Albright, if you're here, awesome. I just thank you, little one. I appreciate that. I just approved your membership to the community. Thank you for joining, and welcome, you guys. I'm going to be posting some good stuff this week. Trying to figure it out, so bear with me, but be active in that community. If you guys join, come be active, comment on things, and let's get this going and really support and help each other. Okay, that's the whole point of it. Mo, thank you for the follow, my friend. All right, so master resale rights. When I say this, you guys are gonna go, oh, okay, that totally makes sense, because it's all around us, but we don't see it as master resale rights. We just think it's just normal way of doing business. Thank you for the follow, little one. And let me use an example that everybody, I'm sure, can connect with. We all have phones, right? So this right here is a Motorola phone. My service carrier is T-Mobile. Did they create this phone? No, they resold it. Now I have an iPhone, which is my preferred, and I'm using it to stream here on TikTok. And they didn't create that phone either. Apple created it. And it's an amazing phone that works. Turns on. I can connect to the internet. I can make phone calls. I can do all sorts of stuff. In fact, I can build a 6-figure business and beyond on my phone, on that little device you put in your hand, right? That everybody has walking around. That device can change your life if you use it the right way and you know how to use it. But T-Mobile didn't have to create it, because why, when it's a phone that works? And so they have master resale rights to resell that phone, and they're a multi-billion-dollar company. Same with Verizon, same with AT&T. Okay, that's master resale rights. Does that make sense, you guys? Those that, I know you guys put me, some put sort of. So you go to box stores or other stores like Walmart or Target or Macy's, they have their own brand, but they also resell a bunch of other brands, right? They have master resale rights. Why invent something when you just can resell something else and make a lot of money with it? Better yet, hey, thank you for the follow. Cibalon and Chris Cunningham and Ken Domansky, thank you for the follow, you guys. I do really appreciate those follows, and I hope we can. My goal today, guys, is to help you see a different perspective and give you hope. Hope that you don't have to be stuck in your job. Okay? Awesome. Thank you. And yeah, so why create something when you can just resell it? And when you can do it on using digital products, it's even better, because you don't have to have inventory. You don't have to ship anything. And you don't have to have employees. Okay. As I grow this, I'm probably going to have some virtual assistants and a few that are going to help me with this. I'll probably hire some of my girls if they want to help me with some things. But literally, you don't have to have a physical store. You can do it anywhere, and you can do it with your phone, guys. And that's powerful. And you can make a lot of money. Let me share with you how that works. Okay. All right. So if you're building an online business, or this one offer I have 10 income streams, guys. And that to me is security. Not only that is I get ownership. Okay. Ownership. This is mine. I'm not a contractor. I'm not working for somebody else. This is mine. I make 100% profit. I have master resale rights to my business. Okay. And in this, I have 5 main offers. And I'll tell you where the 10 income streams come from. Okay? I have a 1400, 900, 600, 300, and 100 offers. Again, where the simplest thing is boils down to is it's e-learning. The e-learning industry is going to be, it's projected to be next year in 2027 do $1 trillion. Right now it's doing about $1 billion a day, and it's projected to go to $3 billion a day. Okay. But they're not all equal. And that's why I call this an interactive program and a business in a box with it, because not only is it going to teach you how to market it, you also get a business you get to use, and you get master resellers, and you make 100% profit. So the different packages all have the website, all get the training. On these two, 1400, 900, you get a higher level of mentorship. Okay. I'm using lots of different colors here. I'm not even keeping them in sync. Sorry. I always do this a little different every single day, and that's okay. But the mentorship and the interactive training with that mentorship. Okay. My mentor, Michelle O'Neill, she's the main creator of this, and she wants to help 1,000 people, 1,000 families be self-made millionaires so they can be home with their families. Okay, and I'm all into that, and that's why I'm helping and doing it, because that's what I want to do. I want to help others do the same thing. She is a 7-figure earner in this space, and she gets on for anybody that purchases these two top packages, Legacy Builder programs. You get access to her every Monday in training, and you get to ask questions with her. It's live interactive on Zoom. That's powerful. So you get that. And then the difference is if you purchase the $1,400 package, you get to resell all of these, and you get English and Spanish. So it's 5 times 2. So that's where the 10 income streams come in. If you purchase the 900, you get to resell 900 on down, and so forth. 600 on down, you get 3. Okay. You guys, our TVs on our wall cost us probably about that much. The average TV in America, there's 213 million of them sold in a year. The average cost is $1,000. And that's a one-time fee, guys. Okay, like I said, when I was trying to put my network marketing business online and learning digital marketing that way, I spent 30 times that. I'm not kidding you. I wanted it so bad, and I knew I needed mentorship, and I spent 30 times that, and it wasn't what I thought it was. This changed everything for me. Because, again, I was a dad. I'm still a dad. I'm a dad, 6 kids, and I went to work. I go to work to be able to provide for my family. But it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you go to work, and you can't be home with your kids and your wife, and you can't go vacation. You can't go create those memories you want to because you're too busy working. The system's broken. And that's where I was stuck. And I was super discouraged because, again, I was working my tail off trying to get those 8,000 sales to be able to get that life that I wanted. And I thought, there's no way, there's no other options for me. I'm going to have to work the rest of my life. And there's no other options I could do outside of my job without quitting it and having a huge risk, starting a business, being hundreds of $1,000s in debt, and starting a franchise or a traditional business, and hopefully it takes off. This fit my risk meter. This fit my investment, because the risk is so low comparatively, but the potential is off the charts. And you get mentorship and you get help. So who's with me on that, guys? You've looked at a business, but you're like, man, I just need something that just is going to fit. And this fit for me. It took care of, I didn't have to create a product. I can plug into a system. I have mentorship. The investment's low, and I don't have any, expenses. Oh, let me put it this way. I do have expenses because I'm growing and doing other things, but you can literally, when you first set this up, you don't have any monthly expenses. What I meant was I don't have to do a ton, right? I'm having difficulty accessing the link. Could you email me, please? Bushman, what link are you trying to access? And yes, you can. You can do this anywhere in the world. Okay, we have 27 self-made millionaires that are doing this in South Africa. And in their RAND money, they were able to generate that much income. So yes, you can do it. Gemini, thank you for the follow. Bushman, what link are you trying to from the contact? Oh, you're talking about the link after you fill the form out? Did you already fill out the form and then the link after is not working? I know there's a little bit of delay in there. So let me know, Bushman, if that's the case, or if the contact form's not even coming up. If you mind just letting me know in the comments. So you guys, yeah, so back to the 100% profit, okay? Latest version, thank you for the follow. So if I make 100% and I sell the $1,400 package, I only need 6 customers per month because that is $8,400, which turns out times by 12, that is 6 figures. And I only need 6 customers a month. Most people, that is going to replace your income, right? Bushman, were you able to fill out the form at all? Anyways, let me know. I'll keep going, but let me know. All right. I want to make sure you're able to get access to it. Okay. Most people, that's going to replace your income. Samuel, thank you for the follow, my friend. And you can literally change your life in working 2 to 3 hours a day around your job. You can do it on your break. All you need is your phone. How do we locate the contact form? Gemini. So there's the little orange icon down here in your bottom left of the phone, or maybe you guys tell me if it is the bottom left, those who submitted, because I know some of you guys have submitted. It looks like a chat icon with a little arrow. There we go. Somebody's looking at it. Left. Okay. Yeah, in the bottom left, click on that, and then should bring up the form. And Bushman's saying he's having trouble finding that. Or not, I don't know if he's having trouble finding that form, or after you submit the form, there is a link you'll be given to go to my website, which is my community on School called the 4 Keys to Wealth, that then you can join, which I give more resources and support in building this business. And so because because mentorship is important to me, and I knew that I needed mentorship. I needed somebody that's been down the road further than me. I didn't need necessarily anybody that was like making tons of money. I needed for sure somebody that's plugged into that, but somebody that's down that road further, that's having some success, that can help me get started. Okay. And that's where I can help you. I can tell you I'm not where Michelle's at, but am I having success? Yes. I'm making progress. I'm making some sales, and I know the things that need to be done to start doing that and start building a business. And I'm going to lock arms with you. And that's part of that one reason why I have that community. So Grow Child, thank you for the follow. So yeah. So just submit that form, and then I will send you an email on how to get access to this blueprint, and then how to join the community, or you can join it right there. Either way. Okay. And then, let's lock arms. Let's go. Go look at the website. Okay. When you go to my website, look at it. It's this simple. Okay. You'll get my emails, and then you can go look and see what packages fit you, and then purchase that package. And then I will help you. I'll get on a call with you. We're going to do a one-on-one, and I will look at, what any of these packages, I'm going to do this. I'll help you make sure you know where to go to start learning and get the tutorials to set up your website. Make sure you know how to plug into the training. Make sure that works for you. Make sure that you know exactly where to start so you can start building your business. Okay. And then this Thursday, I'm starting, because I had a fellow who purchased the $1,400 package. And then anybody that else, I don't care what package you buy, you get to plug into my weekly Inner Circle call. where we focus on your business. I have the ability to do that right now and help you more one-on-one. Okay, there's going to be a group of us, but it's not going to be hundreds of people. We're going to have an intimate group, inner circle, where we're going to help you walk through and set this up. So if you guys purchase that, you get to be a part of that. And I'm going to help you with that interactive programming and help make sure you know how to get on with Michelle. Make sure you know how to get access to a 7-figure earner and ask questions too. I'm part of a mastermind, her and her partner, where I have a small group. Again, I get to go meet with them 2 times a week and be able to ask questions and move forward. So if you guys have access to me, any questions you have or things we can't figure out, guess what? I get to go ask them and we get to help each other build this. Okay. The other thing, guys, that I give in my community, I have 2 modules worth $500. The Prodigal Son, thank you for the follow, my friend. One is magnetic marketing, how to become a magnetic marketer. That's really going to help you stop the scroll. Okay. The other part of this system I need to draw here, and I need to finish up here because I need to go. I've got an appointment to go to the gym with my son and my wife too. Okay. Social media. You've got to drive people to your website, and we do it through social media. We do it through free ads. We do it through going live, and we teach, and the program teaches you how to do all of that. Okay, that's the system, and it works for you 24/7 because the website's up 24/7. When you post social media, strategy is key. Exactly, Silver Daily Pay. Thank you for joining. When you post on social media, you are posting and building digital real estate. And that real estate is out there working for you while you go to work, continue to put food on the table, and your business is growing and bringing you income while you're at work. Okay, but you have to work this on a daily basis. Thank you for the likes, Silver Daily Pay. I appreciate it. She's part of this community, guys, and it's amazing. We help and support each other. I appreciate your support, Silver Daily Pay. I need to get on one of your lives and help support you too. And so that's what appealed to me, is that it worked for me. Okay. That package, magnetic marketing, I give to you, anybody that purchases from me, so you can plug in and get that. Okay. Thank you for the first step. Thank you for joining my fan club. That's awesome. And for the follow. So, yes. And then I have another package in there. It's called the Business Creators Kit. That one I sell for $297. I give both of those to you, and that teaches you all the other parts of this. I give both of those to you because that's going to help support you build that. Okay. And then we're going to build it together. And I am going to, thanks, my friend. And I am going to be creating this training, and you guys get to be a part of it in my community, where we go through this on a weekly basis and we start learning different parts of it. And I'm building this roadmap that you guys will get access to, and you guys get to help me build it out as we go into the different details. And you get to learn alongside with me, guys. We're going to lock our arms, step by step, build this and help you build an income, because I want to help you get out of your jobs and make that one-time investment. Here's the bottom line. Okay, you buy one of these packages, you have to buy a domain, because you got to have a domain to set your website up with. I can help you do that. And the training walks you through it too. Okay. You got to buy a domain, and you can get those for around $15. Okay. And it's a yearly you pay $15 for it. Then you got to get a professional email, and you can get that off of GoDaddy through Microsoft. I believe it's around like $30. I have a different professional email that I use that, anyways, $30. So 15, 30. This is your total expenses. And there is a one-time $69 fee. So how you're probably going, well, how does this even support itself if somebody makes 100%? Here's how it goes. What about insurance for your family? That's a very good question, Chad. And that you go get a personal insurance program, insurance payment plan. And if you're making 6 figures, you're making more, you can pay for that, and you just pay for your own insurance. You don't have to be beholden to a company. Now, while you're working, you'll still have that, or your wife, while she's working, you'll still have that. Okay. But that's what I plan on doing. And in fact, I'm being totally open book, honest with you guys. I was let go. I think I mentioned this earlier. If you guys were here earlier, I lost my consulting firm let me go 3 weeks ago today. And at the end of the month, I'm out of insurance. And so I'm looking at getting Medicaid, trying to get some of those things, my personal insurance. And this is my main goal, to build this. And I am looking for a job because I haven't replaced my income with this yet, but this is where I'm heading. And so I need something to continue to keep me going while I build this and make money. And then it will take this over and I will walk away from my job and never have to have a job again. That is my goal. But if I can get this going, then I'm not even going to get a job, which is what I absolutely want. And so you may be wondering, how do the company that does this, that created this, Michelle, keep doing this if the person that resells it makes 100%? Hey, thank you for the follow, my friend. This is how. Okay, so when you purchase this program, you'll be redirected to make a one-time payment of $69. And these other ones are just $39. Just one time. Okay. And you're like, well, what does that get me? Well, that actually gets you access to the website and the training and that gives access to the training and program. This gets you access to get the actual website and the support for that website. If you think about it, if you own a business and you have to support a website, you probably have to, in the traditional sense, you're going to have to hire somebody to support that. Well, Michelle's hired a team of people, and this goes to that, and she supports this. So you and I, we can plug into that tech call every Tuesday. I think they have it twice a week. I know it's Tuesday. I can't remember the other day. And not only get support for ourselves, but anybody that purchases from us gets support too. That saves you thousands of dollars and thousands of hours that you don't have to support. Now, here's the nice thing is, yes, it's a big group tech call, but you can get your answers, get your questions answered. And you can also post in the community of 58,000 people that can help you with it too. But the other thing is I'm a tech guy. I'm a software test engineer, been in that space for 22 years. Okay. I'm learning. I've learned most of this on how to do this and doing websites. I can help you figure it out. And if I don't know how to do it, then we'll figure it out and we can get your website fixed and set up. So I'm there to support you too. But that's it. That is it. And no monthly expenses with the system we use to host your website. That's it. How could you, building a business for just $1,500 to start, that is so low risk. Celeste, thank you for the follow. Or even $900 for $1,000, you guys. That is so low risk. And it's an amazing investment because you make 100% profit. You make one sale, boom, you're in profit mode. Okay. Thank you for the follow. So go purchase. If any of this has resonated with you guys and you're like, man, this is what I want, go check out my website. Go link in my bio, get the blueprint, or come down here to the orange icon, get submit the form, the Service Plus form through TikTok, and I will personally email you with the blueprint, how to get access to the blueprint details, and come join my community where you're going to get the support and we're going to build this together. Okay. Real quick. The daily routine is you post 3 posts a day. You do that for an hour a day. Okay. 30 minutes. You reply to comments and emails. Okay. And then 30 minutes inside the program, we teach you how to do a free ad strategy. All this is to drive traffic to your website, and it works for you out there 24/7. Okay. So that's 2 hours. And then the third hour, an hour you do training. Okay. And you're like, well, I'm barely getting anything done and barely able to do anything because I'm taking care of my family. I've got work and I'm trying to figure how do I do all of that? Daniel, thank you for the follow. My friend, appreciate that. Well, I thought the same thing. Okay. Training. Here's how you take care of that. I call it net training. No extra time training. If I'm driving to work, I listen to training. If I'm getting ready for work, I'm listening to training and taking notes. If I'm eating breakfast, getting my lunch ready, I'm listening to training, getting things done, right? I'm doing something else that I need to get done where I can just sit and listen to training as well and grow. So that takes care of that. You can do that around that. These you can do around your job. You can do around your life. 30 minutes here, 50 minutes here, wherever it fits, guys. Saturdays, you're off Saturdays, Sunday. Put some time into it, and then it works for you the rest of the week. Okay, you can do that too. So that is the simple online business. Okay, helping dads and moms too, stay-at-home moms, but helping dads escape the 9 to 5 so that you can be at home and be an at-home dad. That is it. And so go make that purchase. Let's get you guys started on the journey to getting out of your job. Because let me ask you this question. Do you want to repeat 2025? Or do you want something better, something to change? Because if you don't do something different, nothing is going to change. You've got to do something different to make a change. And again, we're taught one way to make money, and that is work for somebody else and do that the rest of your life. And hopefully you have enough money at the end of the month, and hopefully you have enough money to retire. But if you look at today, 90+% of people don't have enough money to retire, and they have to go back to work when they retire and go to Walmart or do some other job just to stay afloat. You don't want to be in that situation. That is something that I will not be in that situation, and that's why I'm doing this. And I want to help you not be in that situation. I want you to be able to retire in a year or two from now, fire your boss, walk away from your job. Imagine being able to do that, guys. Imagine being able to walk into your boss, sit down with them and say, I can no longer afford working here anymore. Today's my last day, and get up and walk out, take your box of stuff from your desk and come home, never having to go back to work again, because you've been building this and you have money coming in. Even in the mornings while you sleep, you get notifications saying you just made $900, more than you made in a day when you came in overnight while you were sleeping. Happens all the time. Now, I'm not guaranteeing anything. These are people's experience or having that experience, okay? And it's possible. ZI, thank you for the follow. And being able to do what you want throughout the day, be with your kids, work around your house, your yard, take them on vacations, being able to get out of debt, having the money to create memories with them, put them in coaching to pursue their sports or music or dance, whatever it may be, and get them the best that your kids deserve. Imagine having the ability to do that and not having that stress of I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and credit card debt that I have to pay every month. That's just weighing on my shoulders. Imagine having that lift off your shoulders because you have a business that you own that you're making 100% profit and you're doing it around your family and you're doing it in less time than you work full time. Imagine that, guys. Feel that, because it's possible. But it's not possible, and it'll never happen if you don't choose to even look at it. There's no obligation. Look at it, and if it fits and you're like, I could do this, then let's do it. Purchase one of these off my website and let's get you going, because that's what I want to do, is help you. Okay. So I got to run, but you guys keep moving forward. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Over here on YouTube, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for joining, you guys. If you guys, over here on TikTok too, if you guys jumped in late and you want to watch the replay, you can go to my YouTube channel, 4 Keys to Wealth, number 4 and Keys, Keys. And you can go watch the replay. There's other content on there that I post all my lives and that I'm building as I go too. You can go do that. And so YouTube, you guys have been great. Thanks for joining. And we'll talk to you guys later. And I'll talk to you later.